Sandeep, do you agree with this? The fact that, it's worked in the past when you're up against very strong leaders like in 77, Mrs. Gandhi, and in 89, Rajiv Gandhi, right? And that worked because you had an issue, you had the emergency, you had Bofors. But here there doesn't seem to be anything that you can kind of really build a platform on. So what's the future of the India bloc?
See, Sandeep, again, I'll go back to what I was trying to tell you. And now, first of all, you said the contradiction. I don't see the issue so much in terms of contradiction, in terms of philosophy, ideology, or anything, because ultimately, what the glue together was everybody is anti-BJP. You want to throw out BJP, and that's to that extent it's fine. But as I was telling you, see, if you look at 1977. It was like kind of an alliance, largely between equals. Okay?
Right.
People could take 5-10 seats here and there. Everybody had something to contribute in the pie. But now the problem arises, if you see as on date, if you go by today's assessment, there is no guarantee that Congress on its own can get more number of seats than what a Trinamool or a CPM or a DMK can get in their own term.
Yes.
So if Congress therefore cannot afford to give up seats also, so that's why found in Madhya Pradesh, the reaction Congress had to Samajwadi Party, when Kamal said with Samajwadi Party. And now, if Congress expects Samajwadi Party to give them seat in UP, why should they do? Why should Akhilesh cut his own base and take, for instance, Bihar? Nitish Kumar is, fighting for survival. How many seats he can get out of RJD is a point. RJD itself is doing now. Will they give on a platter to Congress 5, 10, 12 seats out there? Now, the same issue arises everywhere. So, except say for a state like Maharashtra, where there can be some degree of distribution between these three people. Other states, there is nothing. And wherever Congress is strong, they themselves would not like to part with seats because that will reduce their entire tally and they may not take them up beyond that 44 or whatever. And that will put paid to Rahul Gandhi's ambition of becoming Prime Minister. But the over and above that is the issue of Sandeep, Congress continuing to behave as a numero uno. And that is what rubs people. Mamata Banerjee is quite right in saying you're coming into Maharashtra, West Bengal. You haven't been given an official invitation. And today I was hearing Jairam Ramesh in his press conference in Barpeta say, no, Rahul Gandhi has said anybody of the Indian Alliance, India Alliance is welcome to join the Yatra. Is that a kind of invitation you give to your partner? If there is a function in your house or Sudha's house, will she just say, okay, if you feel like you please come, everybody is welcome to come. You don't turn up like that.
So, turn up unannounced, as they say. But, the other point was that the TMC mentioned the fact that, look, it should have been an India march and not a Congress stroke Rahul Gandhi march. That would have been the ideal thing for the Congress to do, that look, sabka saath, sabka vikas, take the entire opposition on that walk. But Shikha, this thing of why did the Congress say that, look, we are going to do a Rahul Gandhi walk and it's going to be a Congress thing and not an India alliance walk? Could the Congress be riding in two boats at the same time? And this is the point that the Trinamool has picked on very forcefully yesterday.
Well, yes, I think that's true. I mean, Congress has to figure out where it stands. Is it leading a walk on behalf of itself and projecting Rahul Gandhi, or is it taking a walk at a time when really I don't know whether the Congress can politically or financially afford this expense. It is doing so when it needs to be concentrating on something entirely different, which is the preparing to challenge the BJP in the election. And Mamata Banerjee has also made the point that 300 seats, Congress can go and fight the BJP on 300 seats, but not on these 42. I think that's precisely the point that everybody is trying to make. From the AAP to Mamata Banerjee, and I'm sure it's going to happen in Bihar.
It could happen in UP as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's already happened in UP. If you realize what that, Akhilesh made the very simple point before December 3rd, that that he would have no truck with the Congress in UP. So I think the Congress and Mamata Banerjee's reaction is an indicator that there is a problem with the way in which the Congress is handling the whole thing.
Right.
The regional parties, and I think we would be missing the point if I did not say that for the BJP, it's probably easier if the India alliance, if the failure of the India alliance can be pinned onto the Congress, because then it can in some way weaken the appeal of the regional parties, because when the BJP has to face a Mamata Banerjee in, say, West Bengal,
home turf, yes,
or the AAP in Punjab, or the AAP in Delhi for that matter, the BJP is not as strong as it is if there was a Congress partner in the alliance, creating the friction points within the alliance and in the seat sharing, etc. Where, one of the things about all of this is that it's so late in the day. How do you get a seat sharing to work? Because a seat sharing involves transfer of votes.
Yes.
If your alliance is not sounding healthy and strong and absolutely glued together, with gorilla glue or something like that, the problem of vote transfer will always be there.
Yeah, absolutely. That's an important point.
If vote transfer is to happen, then the alliance has to be up and running. Not just now, it should have happened about a year ago.
It should have. And Sandeep, my last question to you is this fact that Shikha mentioned Congress is walking when it should actually be fighting, and fighting a war, and this transfusion of votes. You're literally staring the elections in the face. It's just 2 months away. Is it too late now for anything to happen? Is it going to be like every party now fights the BJP on its own turf, and we'll see after the elections if we can come together? Because there's talk of something like 80 seats where they're not going to have, they're going to fight against each other, India alliance partners. So what's the prognosis, road ahead next 2 months?
Sandeep, I'll just comment on take a minute to comment on the walk itself. What is the walk about? If Congress was saying the walk is about ideology, they should stick to that. But what has happened is you go to Manipur, make a certain amount of point, and then you come to Assam and make it like a personal, I mentioned in some other channel yesterday, it's a juvenile spat between an ex-congressman and Rahul Gandhi. Now, what has happened in the process, Manipur is forgotten. Okay, nobody remembers Manipur. And even if they try to say Rahul Gandhi makes a speech that we are fighting for ideology, etc., but nobody is viewing it as that. They're just viewing it as a one-on-one spat between Himanta Biswa Sharma and Rahul Gandhi. So what is your messaging? And finally, I think Shikha touched a very important point about funding. Who funds these walks? It's not funded by the center, the party's central high command. It is the local people, local outfits which do. Now you're exhausting their coffers by financing this walk. What will be they left with to fight elections? And it's not just a question of transfer of votes. Assume somebody were to give tomorrow Mamata Banerjee a change of heart and says to Adhir Ranjan Mukherjee that you please take 5 seats. The people who are fighting here, will they be able to mobilize that kind of funding in this short period?
Absolutely. It's a walk that's going to end up bleeding the Congress rather than building brand Rahul.
Absolutely. And
walk will become walkover.
Walk becomes a walkover. But thank you very much, Shikha and Sandeep, and my colleague Sudha for joining us in this India bloc unraveling saga. We recently did the story Photo Op on the contradictions within the India bloc constituents. Let's watch.
एक साथ मिलकर हम बीजेपी को हराने जा रहे हैं.
We are united. We will fight unitedly.
In a blow to the opposition unity, the BJP has split open Sharad Pawar's NCP in Maharashtra.
एक और नरेंद्र मोदी अमेरिकी संसद को संबोधित कर रहे हैं और दूसरी ओर 17-18 दल पटना में इकट्ठा हो रहे हैं और कह रहे हैं मोदी हटाओ देश बचाओ.
They lack a narrative, they lack a face, they lack an organizational network on the ground.
News 9 Plus. Download now.